If you really want to know how to hurt a narcissist, stop scrolling. This video is for you. The number one way to hurt a narcissist is to move on and do better with your life. Because we as narcissists don't think that you can do better. In our head, like, especially if we discard you, it's like, okay, they're done. Like, I'm the tip top of what they're going to get, so they can't, what else are they going to do? When you actually move on and you do better with your life, that is one of the most painful, stinging pains that you can cause a narcissist. Trust me. Just think about that shit hurt. And I know it's tough because narcissists make it hard to leave. We make it hard to forget us. We make it hard to move on. But that's the main thing that you can do to hurt a narcissist is to literally move on and do better. And don't try to show them that you're doing better. Don't go out of your way to try to show them that you're doing better. They will know. Trust me. Just move on, do better, power up. That shit hurt. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware narcissist Lee Hammock, also known as Mental Healness from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all over social media. If this is your first time seeing my face, I am a diagnosed narcissist that uses his platform to raise awareness for NPD and also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. This series right here, A Narcissist Explains, is dedicated to taking my TikToks and YouTube shorts and making them longer. 60 seconds over there, longer over here. Whew. The one you just watched was about the best way to hurt a narcissist. And I come from experience of knowing this, that the best way, the number one way to hurt a narcissist is to move on. It's literally, this is as simple as that. It sounds simple to say, but I know it's not simple to do because, you know, the trauma bond and kids and things of that nature, and insecurities, and the narcissist has been putting you down for years upon years upon years. Trust me, I know that. I'm a narcissist. I've done it. Neither here nor there. But the number one way is to literally move on, is to have your glow up. If you follow me on TikTok or Instagram and I post those videos, it's like when it's singing that Vito song, it's time to boss up, fix your credit, girl, get at it. You know, Vito, you got it. That's like my theme music for my Instagram and my TikTok. When I'm posting videos with that song, it's from people bossing up and moving on with their lives and going through a glow up process where they are moving on. They're going back to school. They're fixing their credit. They're going and hitting the gym, getting back fine. They're literally bossing up and moving on without the narcissist. And if the narcissist sees that, or hears about it, or just knows about it in general from mutual friends, like your ex is bossing up, like doing great without you, that hurts. Because the narcissist, when we break up, discard whoever discards who, we think that we are going to be the top tier person that you're going to get. It's all downhill from you from this point on. From this breakup on, everybody you meet after me is going to be a downgrade. Everybody that you encounter after me is going to be a downgrade. You'll never find anybody else like me. I know that's the point from a lot of people. Like, that's the point. We don't want to find anybody else like you. I understand that. Trust me, I really, really do understand that's the point nowadays. But, you know what I mean? But narcissists don't think you are capable of it. So when you are moving on and you're bossing it up and you're experiencing your glow up and things like that, narcissists literally hate it. We can't stand it. It takes our power away. It makes us feel feeble. It makes us feel like we're not enough. So if we were goal oriented before, we're going to go even harder now because we want to prove to you that we are still the number one, the highest, the upper echelon of what you're going to get. And you glowing up, going back to school. You know what I mean? A lot of people will see that. The excuse the narcissist will make is if narcissists know that you're glowing up without them, if you're going through life without them and doing better, if you moved on. Moving on does not necessarily mean finding another person to move on with. It means moving on with your life, progressing, taking baby steps in the right direction. It means you're glowing up, you're bossing up, you're headed up the hill again. You know what I mean? So to a narcissist, if somebody questioned a narcissist about that, they would say, I would say something along the lines of, well, if he or she, if she was, if she would have worked out and went to school and did that stuff while we were together, we'd still be together. That's why I left her, because she wasn't, doing the stuff that she needed to do to keep me. She wasn't working hard to keep me. She got complacent. She got lazy. That's why she has to do all this stuff now. That's why all this stuff is available to her to do now, because she wasn't doing it while we were together. She fell off. And I'm on the progression. I'm all about progression and finding somebody that fits me, and it's also about progression and moving forward their lives as well. So that's why we're not together right now. That's the excuse that narcissists will tell people, and that's the excuse that we will give ourselves in our head to make it, to justify it in our heads. I've said it and done it before. You know what I mean? Oh, she got a degree, she got married and stuff like that. Oh, the reason I didn't marry her was because, she wasn't really marriage material. Like she wasn't smart enough, she didn't make enough money, she didn't look good enough, blah, 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 this. I'm always making an excuse as to why things like that happen. So yeah, that's how we go. That's literally how we go right there along those lines. When we're dealing with stuff, when you're dealing with narcissists, trying to make excuses for why you have moved on and empowered yourself and taking your power back and moving forward with your life. That's the number one excuse a narcissist will give you. Like literally, just say stuff like that to keep you guessing, to keep you confused, to keep everything moving on. So you need to, in your own mind, after you break the trauma bond, in order to break the trauma bond, sometimes you need to keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward. Baby steps. I know people are like, I don't want to take baby steps. No. Baby steps are still steps. They are. They literally are still steps. Baby steps are still steps. Point blank period. They are. Because when your baby learn how to walk, even though they're not moving as fast as you are, or they're not moving, or they're not getting to where they want to go, or they're not getting to where they need to go. Eventually. You'll get there eventually. Don't put a timetable on your healing. When you put a timetable on your healing, that's when you start to get frustrated. That's when the frustration kicks in even more. I've seen people saying it should only take you 4 weeks to get over a narcissist. It should take you maximum 60 days to get over a narcissist. And you hit that 60-day mark, you are not over them. You might in your brain, you might start to think like, well, maybe they are all I deserve. Maybe that's the person I'm supposed to be with. Maybe I deserve how they treated me. Maybe I can't find anybody else. Maybe the reason I can't get over them is I'm supposed to be with them. So guess what? You reach out, you hoover yourself back in, you get treated worse. And all because you try to put a timetable on your healing. When you get on, especially when you follow pages like mine or other, narcissistic abuse people, survivors and things like that, you might, like I said, you get in there and you just at the beginning of your journey, other people are saying, or like, I've been out of it for 3 years. I've been out of it for 5 years. I've been out of it for 6 months. And you're on day one. You're on the first day. You 2 hours in. You want to speed up the healing process to get to that 8 hours in. You want to speed up the healing process to get to that, 2 days in, 2 months in, 2 years in. I'm over it. I found somebody new. Don't rush your healing. Because if you rush the healing process, if you the only way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else. That doesn't work because guess what? You get under another narcissist or worse one. You get under a psychopath or something like that, which does not benefit you in any way, shape, or form. It might make you feel good in the moment, but eventually you'll feel terrible because guess what? You ended up with a psychopath because you tried to rush your healing. Don't rush the healing process. Absorb it. Take it in. Feel it. You're human. You can feel pain. You can feel energy. You can feel strength because you are a human. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. I'm truly thankful, y'all. I'm beyond blessed. And I know people will come in here like, why would I want to hurt a narcissist? I'm not focused on the narcissist. It's not about focusing on hurting the narcissist. It's about focusing on taking your power back and reinvigorating your life and living your life to the fullest and most powerful extent possible. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Like and subscribe to the channel. I truly appreciate every single one of y'all. Mental Healness is out. Peace.